Don't you hate how whippy graphite shafts are? I hate hearing that because you know what? It's not true. I had somebody just ask me the difference between graphite and steel. Should they play graphite? Should they play steel? What's going on there? So I figured I don't have to do that at the range. I can do that right here in the car and just have a little talk with you. So first, let's talk about that false myth, lie, whatever you want to call it. Are graphite shafts whippy? They're not. A regular flex graphite shaft is the same as a regular flex steel shaft. Same with a stiff graphite flex is the same, and graphite is the same as a stiff flex in steel. There's no difference there. I think what they might be feeling is, well, I'll talk about it here in a little bit too, is the weight of the club. It gets a little lighter, so they swing it a little faster, which might make it feel that way. But they are the same. Stiff is stiff, regular is regular, senior flex is senior flex, ladies flex, lady flex. Like they're all the same. So don't get fooled by that. Now, outside of the flex, like I said, comes the weight. So the big thing with graphite is they're built lighter, and that can help you a ton. That can make you swing the club faster, give you a little bit more power, could provide you a little bit more distance because the club's moving a little bit quicker. Hopefully I don't lose you here. And the steel flex is a little bit heavier. So you think, well, why would I want to play steel? If it's heavier and I can't swing it as fast, why would I want to play it? Well, the thing about steel is it being heavier, sometimes it just feels better in the hand. You can feel the club head a lot better. Where if I play graphite and I swing it, it's real light to me. Too light for me. So I can't feel the club head as much as I would like to. So that's why I go with a little bit heavier club when I play the steel shafts. It's a control thing. In graphite, you can control the club just fine, right? If it swings good for you, you can feel the head. That's great. But if you get too light, you'll start to lose control. I feel like you're going to overswing. You're not going to have as much control over that head as you would a steel flex or even a heavier graphite flex shaft. So a lot of the weight has to just do with your feel and how much swing speed you're looking to try to get. Like I said, if you swing something lighter, you're going to hit it in theory a little bit further because you're going to generate a little bit more swing speed. Now with that would then come into control aspect of these two shafts, steel shaft and a graphite shaft. So the old rumor used to be graphite, you could hit further, but you would spray it everywhere. And with, hang on. And with steel, you wouldn't hit it as far, but it'd be more consistent. Well, again, I'm going to go back to the weight of it. Depending on how you swing, what you feel comfortable doing with your swing, will determine the control of it. The problem, I think, with graphite is if you get, like I said, you get too light, you swing it too fast, and then you start to lose control. It's not necessarily that because it's a graphite shaft that it's just less, you're not able to hit it as good or as consistently. I mean, there's tour players that are playing graphite and they wouldn't be doing it if it was costing them strokes. So you just got to find the match there for yourself. You got to figure out what you like to feel, what you like to swing, and then that's where you would be with that, your graphite versus steel as far as that goes. Now, a big thing with graphite is the feeling of graphite. So when you hit a shot with a steel shafted club, especially a mishit shot, you absorb that up through the shaft, into your hands, into your arms, into your back. Your whole body absorbs that impact. Where with a graphite shaft, it's absorbed through the shaft, how it's built, how the graphite winds through. The impact of the shot is absorbed mostly through the shaft. So that's why it feels so much better to hit a graphite club. You're not getting that absorption through the body. So all your shots and all your hits are going to be obviously absorbed through the shaft, and it's just going to feel better, feel softer, and less detrimental than like if you were to shake a steel shafted club in the middle of winter or whatever, right? You're gonna really feel that sting, where you won't catch that as much with the graphite. The cost of it, right? Graphite's gonna cost more, for the most part, right? I mean, there's some other exceptions, but for the most part, graphite's just gonna cost you more money. So you pay for that feeling, you pay for the technology, the lightness, where steel is, and just not as expensive. Now, the big question is, should you be playing graphite or should you be playing steel? Is graphite only for seniors? Absolutely not. However, does it help seniors? Yeah, absolutely it does. You make that club a little bit lighter, and now all of a sudden it gets a little bit easier to swing the club. Where if you keep swinging the steel, it's harder to swing the club. It's just, it weighs more. Where when you get into your drivers and fairways and hybrids, like I'll play, obviously those are all graphite, and then I'll go into steel for my irons. And again, it's a control thing. It's where that head feels. And when I'm getting into my drivers and my hybrids, fairways, those, I want to be able to swing fast. I want to make sure that I'm maximizing my potential for getting distance. And back in the, what was it, probably 90s? I mean, we were playing steel shafted drivers because that's what Tiger did, so that was really cool. Little did we know we were really probably hurting ourselves, right? That club would get real heavy, feel real heavy, and that's just the cost of that extra length of a steel shaft and trying to swing it. But either way, that's what you got to do. You got to find the right club for yourself. For did I answer the who should be playing it? Anybody, right? Anybody could play a graphited shaft. And like I said, the reason a lot of people don't play it is simply because they think it's more whippy, and it's not more whippy. If you are swinging an extra stiff shaft, you're like, I can't play graphite, it's so whippy. It's not. It's still an extra stiff shaft. The weight of that is going to make you feel like maybe you're overswinging it. Maybe you do overswing it because it's lighter. But sticking with what the proper flex is for yourself, you could play whichever one you want. It's all preference. What you can feel, how much speed you can generate, the control that you have over all your shots. And I mean, that's ultimately what you're playing. Whatever gives you the most comfort and confidence, that's what you should be hitting. You shouldn't be hitting steel just because I'm a 31-year-old. I am not a 31-year-old. Just because you're a 31-year-old dude that hits the ball far, now you're like, oh, my buddies are going to make fun of me. You know what? It could be something that benefits you. You find the right club, and I mean, that's what golf's all about, is just finding the right club that just works for yourself and your swing. If you can find that club, that's what you're going to stick with. And, they're very consistent. They're very durable. Like, graphite's very durable now. It's almost like I'm trying to sell you on graphite. I'm not trying to sell you on graphite. I'm just saying, if you haven't hit it yet, what's it hurt to go give it a try and just see? Maybe you might love it. Maybe you might think it's just for old people or whatever. And, in my experience, a lot of people haven't even hit it, except a lot of people have hit it. They just don't hit it in their irons. They hit it in all the other clubs. So, like I said, I like to swing that steel shaft with my irons. It just feels nice to me, the weight of the head, and finding that proper balance of speed versus control. I've had clubs too. I play pretty much everything stock is what I get. And I've had years where I get a new set of clubs and they're just heavy, right? It's heavy. It's too much shaft in the steel shaft, and I do what I should properly do and just play it the entire year and adjust and hate it and then fix it the next year. It used to be back ways ago, it was so important, like the grams in your shaft, right? Like, it sounds funny. The grams in your shaft for drivers. So there'd be people, 80, 90, 100, just swinging these huge sticks. And then it just took one person on tour to finally be like, oh, why is he hitting it so far? He's only swinging a 45-gram shaft. Well, again, you find the balance. You find what works for your swing. You maximize your swing speed, and if you can control that, I mean, that's what you want to do. Max your swing speed, be able to control where you're hitting it to, and that's how good shots are produced over and over. Anyway, I figured I'd just throw this on for a quick little car ride thing. It's kind of fun. If you like this idea, I can answer more questions while driving. That's easy for me. Just leave it in the comments below. Until next time, remember, golf is easy. If you just pick graphite or steel, you can stop making it hard. I am the Ed.